Hey guys, and welcome to another battle report here.
Yes.
So it's been a little bit since our last one, but this one is going to be a 1,500 point game between the Tau and the
Woohoo!
Harlequins.
Just pure Harleys, right?
Right. So there's no Dark Eldor or no thrown in. This is just the Harlequins.
Which should be interesting against my Tau.
Right. So we're going to be playing on this table right here. We're going to just be playing a... it's not called Purge the Alien anymore, but it's the kill each other one.
Essentially, we're just going to try and destroy each other as much as possible, and whoever destroys the most wins.
Basically. So, we're going to do, I won the roll-off to pick map type. I won that, and I chose Dawn of War.
Of course.
And I chose this side over here.
I'll be taking this side.
Yeah, and Alian had the first unit deployment. So we'll come back with army introductions.
See you soon.
Alright, so here's my 1,500 points of Harlequins. As you can tell, this is a lot more than I used to have. Part of the reason for the delay is me trying to get these painted up enough that I'm willing to put them on camera. So, we're start with my HQs. We have a Troop Master. This is a battalion detachment. HQ and Warlord. He has the legendary fighter Warlord trait. He has a Caress Troop Master. Shadow Seer, she knows the extra movement power, and Solitaire. He's an elite on HQ. First troop slot, we have a 6-man troop with 1 Caress and 2 Embraces. They have a Star Weaver that they're riding in. Second troop slot is identical, riding in that Star Weaver there. Then we have a 9-man troop slot with 2 Caresses. One of them has a Fusion Blaster, 2 Embraces, and 1 Kiss. And then 4 guys with swords, basically. And they're 9-man, they're on foot. Then we have a 2-man bike squad here. One with the yellow, you differentiate, you could tell if you could see the guns, but I don't think you can. This squad here is the Haywire. They have 2 Haywire cannons, and nothing else. Then we have a 4-man bike squad with glaives and shuriken cannons. That's all modeled as such. And then we have 2 shuriken cannons with bolas that are modeled as such as well. For you guys at home, you can tell with the Mohawks type here. One has red, one has blue. That is the shuriken cannon squad. And then finally, we have a Void Reaver with a prismatic cannon on it, also modeled as such. So basically, everything here is WYSIWYG. So be able to see how this goes for our first 1,500 point Harlequin game.
And now, introducing once more my 1,501 point Tau Army list. Alright, so let's get started. Beginning with the good old commander here. Has a high burst cannon with a high yield, just a normal missile pod, a stimulant injector, and 2 gun drones. He's going to be coming with the Crisis Suit team. All 3 of them have burst cannons. All 3 of them have shield generators. We have 2 stealth suit squads. Each one has a fusion blaster, and everyone else, of course, has burst cannon. And by each one, I mean each squad has 1 fusion blaster. We have my Cadre Fireblade with his pulse rifle. He also has a Marker Light drone, and he also will have a shield drone because he's going to be with this 5-man squad surrounding a smart missile turret here. This other 5-man squad has their own shield drone and also smart missile turret. We have a 7-man breacher team with pulse blasters, and they come with a gun drone and guardian drone, and they'll be riding in a Devilfish with a smart missile system, 2 of them this time, I calculate that correctly, and a burst cannon. For some big hitters, we have my Ghost Keel with 2 flamers, a cyclic ion raker, and 2 stealth drones, plus a stimulant injector so he could live longer. We have my Broadside Badass, who I'm hoping lasts more than half a turn. He has 2 smart missile systems and a high yield missile pod times 2. And then we have 3 5-man Pathfinder squads. 2 of them have 4 marker lights, 4 pulse carbines, and a shield drone. And one of these squads, I believe that one over there, Comes with 3 ion rifles, 1 marker light, and also a shield drone. And that's it for my town army. Let's kill some Harleys. Got some more flamers in here. I usually don't bring them, but this time we're prepared.
Alright, and here's our initial deployment. We're starting with Alian side. She has infiltrated some stealth suits up here. Ghost skill here. Pathfinder team, and what's the drone?
Oh, shield drone.
Shield drone? Broadside. Pathfinder squad that has 3 iron rifles, and what kind of drone?
Shield drone.
Shield. Then...
Strike team, shield drone.
Okay. Stealth suits infiltrated up to there. Cadre and 5-man team with 2 shield drones, or 1 gun?
Marker light drone and shield drone.
Okay. Crisis suit team and commander. Drones are all gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the last Pathfinder team with another shield drone.
Mm-hmm.
They're facing off here with the Harlequins. We have the 2-man shuriken cannon, or 2-bike squad with shuriken cannons. That is the Void Weaver, Star Weaver with troop inside. 4-man bike with Zephyr Glaive behind the troop there. In that squad is, or mixed in there, is also the Shadow Seer and the True Master right there. Second, Sky Weaver with troop inside, and then the Haywire Cannon bike squad on the far end down there. So, with that, Alian is going to try to seize initiative.
Nope.
Nope, it's a 2. So, with that, we're starting Harlequins turn 1. So into the Harlequin movement phase, we're going to start off with the shuriken cannon bikes that don't have glaives. You're going to hop up there. Void Weaver is just going to hop to there. The guys inside this are going to disembark and advance, getting 2 inches, so it'll make it a 5-inch charge. Yeah, we're going with that. These bikes are going to advance. They get an auto 6, so they get to go 22 inches, and they're all going to basically line up kind of like this. 2 Haywire bikes. We're just going to come up here to be in range to shoot at the Devilfish. This Star Weaver is going to go to here. We're going to advance with the troop. They get 5. With the Troop Master, he gets an extra 3, and the Shadow Seer gets an extra 6. Alright, 2 more things. The Star Weaver, now that they disembarked, is going to come up to there. Stop. And the Solitaire is going to perform a blitz, and he's going to get to go 18 inches. Okay, with all the movement in it like that, my Shadow Seer right there is going to try to put Twilight Pathways onto the troop, giving them an extra movement phase. Into the Psychic, so we need a 6 total.
Deny!
Oh, we got an 8, so it goes off, so let's go ahead and resolve that. The troop will move in advance, an extra 2 inches, so they're going to go 10 inches. Okay, finally we're going to try to smite. I have to hit the closest target, which is stealth suits. So, getting it, so they take D3 mortal wounds. 2 wounds, so 1 dead stealth suit. Okay, into the shooting phase. We're going to go to the Shadow Seer. She's going to try to shoot a grenade launcher at these guys here. Hits on a 3 because I advanced. Hits. Their leadership 7 because of Sergeant, or Shazui. Do not beat their leadership, so they're fine.
Yay!
Okay, next up, the 2-man squad here. First, I'm going to throw 1 star bullet into the crisis, or broadside there. Getting 3 hits, or 3 shots. Hitting on 3s. Missing every single one.
Woohoo!
And 3 shuriken cannon shots into that the Iron Pathfinder team. Getting 2 hits, 2s to wound, 2 5-up saves. Okay then. Let's see. Next up, we're gonna have 6 shuriken cannon shots from the Star Weaver into the same squad. Getting 4 hits, and winning them on 2s. So 1's just dead, and 3 5-up saves. 2 more dead. Do you want to take one of those on the drone? They came
Yes.
automatically. Alright. That'll save you one of your ion rifles.
So he dies.
Yep. No save, it's just a mortal wound now. Alright. Next, we're going to shoot 6 of the shuriken cannon shots into your devilfish. From, you know what? Yeah, we're going to shoot 6 into that and 3 here and 3 here, basically. So we're going to start with these are hitting on 4s because I advanced. Hitting 4. It's toughness 7, so 5's 2 wounded. Getting 2, so 2 4-up saves, or is it 3-up? Roll, and then if we need to check, we will. Didn't matter. Alright, 3 shots into starting with the Pathfinder squad. 1 hit, 2's to wound, 1's dead. No save because it's AP -3. Next, 1 hit, 1 wound, 4-up save. And one for. No, that's from your strike team. I shot 1 cannon at each, basically. Alright, next. Prismatic cannon into the broadside. Lance shot hitting on 4s because I moved. Hits. Winning on 3s. I'm going to use a reroll. Getting it. 2, you have 1 6-up save.
Nope.
D6 damage. It's dead. 6 damage. No, it's 10. How much? Wait, we need to check. So he is in fact dead. He only has 6 wounds. So with that, the other 6 shuriken cannon shots. I'm going to put 3 into these Pathfinders and 3 into these Pathfinders. So we'll start with these. 1 hit, 2's to wound, 1 wound, 5-up save. They're fine. You were making a lot of those. And the other shuriken cannon. Winning on 2s. Just 1 5-up.
Nope.
1 dead. So I know that was this one. So I'm gonna rifle down. Alright. Next, the 2 haywire cannons into the devilfish. 2d3 shots. 6 shots. Pretty good. Hitting on 4s though, because I moved. Not quite as good, but that's probably more statistically accurate. And winning it on 5s. So nothing. That's why I'm not a big fan of the haywire cannons. And next we have 6 shuriken cannon shots that are going to go into that strike team. You know what? Actually, they're going to go into the crisis suits. This is from the Star Weaver on the far side. Hitting on 3s, rerolling that. Oh my goodness. And winning them on 3s. 2 3-up saves. So 1 wound on crisis suits, or is it 2 now?
Yep.
And that is going to do it for my shooting, because everything else is either shot or advanced and can't shoot the weapons that they have. So, okay. So, starting off, because she cannot overwatch it, my Troop Master is going to charge her stealth suits.
No.
He's in.
No.
Alright, so I'm first starting off with my charge here. We're multi-charging the drones and the ghost kill.
8.
Yeah. This is from For the Greater Good because Tower hacks on the charge. So she has 8 shots here and 8 burst cannon shots here and a fusion blaster, but first we're just doing the strength 5 shots, so on 6s. And of course, Alian's rolls on Overwatch are always amazing. That is statistically
Unlikely.
unlikely to get 5 on 16, but okay. And wounding me on 3s. Okay. 4 up invulns. And 2 wounds, so I'm down to... one guy's down to 1 wound. And the fusion blaster. Nope. Now you have 2d6 auto hits from the heavy from your 2 flamers. Getting 4, right?
Yes.
And what is this? It's wounding on 4s. Straight 4. And 1. Oh, please, don't even. Nope, dead.
Okay.
And then you have the cyclic, which is 6 shots. I'm getting 1.
No.
And
Wait.
it
Yes.
is strength. Yeah, and wounds. Yeah, save it though. And yeah.
I think that's it, really.
Yep. So charge distance. You're in. Lock out the flamer at least. with that, we will declare a charge with this squad here. So you have another 8 shots first.
And no one else can.
Nope, you got no help here. Are you kidding me? 8 and you get 3. Alright. And 3's to wound. And 4 pinballs. Safe. Charge. Yep, they're in.
Fusion blast.
Well, whatever. Nope.
Okay.
Alright, and they're in. Next, the bikes are multi-charging the Pathfinder team and the strike team. 16 shots, plus these 2 we're going to shoot as well. Looks like 2. Yep, 2. And winning them on 1 wound so far. 4 pinball, they're fine. And then the 2 ion rifles. And 3's to wound here. And all that. Yeah. Nope. Distance.
They're in.
Yep, they're in. Alright, next up, the troop here is going to multi-charge the strike team and the Pathfinder team. The crisis suits and commander will be able to overwatch. However, I did try to keep space, so you have to be in range to be able to shoot a weapon, so only 1 flamer is in range. So we're going to just start with that one. You get D6. 3. And winning them on 4s, because the Shadow Seer is in range. 4 up in bones. Okay, 2 dead. Alright, next up there are 12 burst cannons from the crisis suits. Okay, and winning them on 4s. Alright, got it. Safe. Okay, next is 22 shots from the 2 squads themselves, plus the cadre. So hitting on 6s. Getting 1, 2, 3. Yeah, want to see any others?
Nope.
Okay. And wounding on 4s. And we are 4 of wounds, saving 1, so that's 3 dead total so far.
And 2 gun drones?
2 gun drones, that's 4 shots.
Yep. 1 6.
And 4s I mean. 4 pinball. Okay. And 4 dead so far. And I think that's it.
Okay. That's not in range.
And,
Yep, all of them are dead. That's
okay,
it.
that's it. So charge distance. Yeah, that's enough. Alright, Shadow Seer is going to go ahead and join the Troop Master into the getting 7, so we're going to move her to this side over here. It's important in terms of positioning. Then I have one choice here now. I can either have the Solitary make the more or less gimme charge on the stealth suits who are probably dead, or I can have him try to make a hope charge and go for the crisis suits. Let's go for the hope charge. We need a 7. 1 5. 2. That's it. He's in.
Wait, no flamers?
Oh yeah, we get flamers. But okay, it is 1d6 flamer because we measured, and both of these guys are outside their 8-inch range because of the positioning.
Crap.
So d6, getting 4. So 4 hits. Winning on 4s. Getting 2. That's it. 3 up in wounds. Rerolling. So he takes 1 wound. He's at 4 now. So 12 burst getting shots from the crisis suits. Yep. And Jesus Christ, 12 shots and gets 4. Wounds him once. Saved. And then the commander has 8 burst cannon shots. And what's his other weapon?
Missile pod.
Missile.
And the gun drones.
Yep. 1. And 4 to wound.
Damn it.
Got 4 shots from gun drones.
Damn it.
And 2 missile pod shots.
Yes!
One's them on 3s. Or 4s. No, 3s. 3s. That's a 1.
Doesn't matter.
So, we're in with 4 health.
Dang it!
Solitaire. Okay, I'm opting to start with this charge here. We're going to start with my initial attacks that are going into the strike team. We have 4, 1 Caress, 1 Embrace, and 1 Kiss, who's going to try to fight the Cadre Fireblade. And then we had an Embrace and a Caress, who are going to try to fight the Pathfinder. So we're starting with this team, starting with the Caress, hitting on 3s, winning on 3s, AP -2, so 5s, 3 6-ups.
When do I get to attack with my tactical points?
After this, you can choose. So 3 dead, 4 attacks from the Embraces, 3 hits, wounding on 3s, 3 more dead.
Which one is this?
And this one. So this one's dead. Then 4 attacks with the Kiss into the Cadre on 3s, wounding him on 3s. Is normally 4 up, right? 5 up saves. Made 1, so D3 damage. He takes 1 damage. Alright, 4 attacks with the Embrace. He got 3s. Wounding on 3s. 2 dead Pathfinders. 4 attacks with the Caress. 3 more dead Pathfinders.
What about my drones?
Did you want to take some of them?
Yes.
Okay, so you can put 1 Pathfinder back, basically.
What about the other drones?
I mean, I overkilled the squad. So. Alright, next up, the Shadow Seer is going to attack. 3 attacks, hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s. Rerolling because of the True Master. Those are 4 up saves. Okay, now they're dead, since that's 2 damage apiece. Okay, Alian is opting to use her command points now to interrupt, and her crisis suits are going to get to go here. Whoops, I don't know why it's so zoomed in. Jesus. So they'll get their pile and move first. And then Alian has 7 attacks, hitting me on 5s. Hitting 2, and wounding him on 3s. Hitting 1. 3 pinfall. He's down to 3. Alright, so with that, I will go to this squad over here now. We have 1 Caress, hitting on 3s, wounding them on 3s. Those are AP -2, so 3 5-up saves. So 1 wound so far. They have 2 wounds apiece. Next we have 8 Caress attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s. Okay, and those are 5-ups. So 1 dead and 1 wound. So I guess the burst cannon's at 1.
Yep.
Next we have they still have all 3 swords. Yeah, all swords are alive still. So we have 12 attacks, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 5s. Those are 3-up saves. And save them all. Okay. Next, I'm going to put all my attacks into the stealth drones, hitting them on 3s. And wounding them on 5s. 1 4-up save. That's fine. Finally, we're going to put 9 attacks into the strike team from the bike team over there. On 3s, and wounding them on 3s. And these are AP -2, so 6 ups. Okay, you can take a drone kill if you want to. Alright, so hold on. You get a 5-up, I think, to see if it survives. No, or 4 up, but yeah. Okay, so then 3 guys and a drone. Next, 3 attacks from the other bike into the Pathfinders. 3s and 3s. They're just dead unless you want to take it on the drone. Is it a shield drone?
Yes.
So you can try 5, or look it up if it matters. Just reroll that. Alright, so we're looking up real quick. Alright, with the solitaire, we're going to take a bit of a risk here. We're going to attack with all 10 attacks being kiss attacks. She has shield generators, so she's going to get 4 saves no matter what. The difference is I'm wounding on 4s versus 5s, but I have potential for higher damage. So we're going to make 10 attacks, hitting on 2s. And wounding on 5s. Oof. Okay.
Wait, wounding on 5s or 4s?
5s, because they're toughness 5. 4 up save. Okay, D3 damage. 1's dead.
Well, there's this guy who was down to 2.
Yeah, so I guess I only needed 2 damage, but that's okay.
1.
Nope, does not roll over, because that was only 1 attack, so he's at full health. Okay, so into the rest of Alian's attacks. She starts with her Pathfinder over there, hitting me on 5s. Hits, wounding me on 4, or 5s. Nope, because Shadow's here.
Right.
Drone, hit 1 attack, hitting on 5s. Wounding on 5s.
Come on, drone. Nope.
Okay, Cadre has 3 attacks, and he will hit on 3s. Getting 2, wounding on 5s. Shadow's here. Nope.
Alright, strike team.
Strike team guy. Is this the Shazwi still left?
No.
No, Shazwi's dead.
I think so. Unfortunately, I pulled them out.
So 1 attack. Nope.
Nope.
Pathfinders, you get. Is this Shazwi alive here? Yeah, you get
Yes.
2. So I think. Hold on. I think Shazwi has 1 extra attack. Let me check. Okay, so he has. Or throw Pathfinders there. Shazwi's still alive, so it's 3 attacks this time. Hitting on 5s. Getting 1. Strength 3 versus toughness 4. Wounds on 5s. Wounds. 4 pinball. Or. Nope. Down to 2 wounds.
Worth it.
Alright. So that. Oh, that's right. And then the stealth suits. Okay, 5 attacks from the Shazver and Shazwi. From the stealth drones hitting me on 5s. Nope. So, nothing happens there. Alright, I think that does it for all the units that have not attacked yet. So, with that, we will go into leadership. So they lost 3, so roll me a die. Is that a 4 or 5? 3 plus 5 is 8. You have the Shaz we still alive there, though, so you lose 1. He has lost 5. No, he auto passes because stupid bonding knife ritual. They lost 3. 3 plus, and they lost a Shazwi too, right? So
yes.
3 plus 2 is 5. Nope, you're okay. The Pathfinder over there lost 4. Reroll. It's a bonding knife ritual, man. It's so dumb.
What about the drone? Does the drone get a bonding knife for you?
No, because he didn't lose enough from his squad.
Okay.
So, and I don't think he lost enough from the crisis suits either.
What about the stealth suits?
Nope, didn't lose enough there. So, that is it. Okay, so the breachers have got out of the devilfish and drones as well, like so. As you can tell, the strike team guy ran away and the Pathfinder guy ran away in typical Tau fashion. So, coming over to the ghost kill, it's going to also back away. And its drones are too, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Stealth suits are going to back away as well. Slowly step away from the clowns. He doesn't get to lose one.
Oh. Sorry.
Next up, Commander's going to back over there, and the Christ suits are going to go ahead and leave their combat with the Solitaire. Okay, so the Cadre is going to back out, as is the Pathfinder over there. And the drone is well, I'm guessing?
Yes.
And the drone will as well. So she repositioned slightly. She's trying to make sure the Solitaire was going to be the closest target.
And
So.
then I think I'll actually keep the devilfish there.
Okay, so the devilfish won't move. So that'll do it for the talent movement phase. Okay, going to the shooting phase, she's going to start with the breachers. They're going to shoot 14 shots in the close range, so strength 6, hitting me on 5 because the Harlequin bikes. It's pretty decent, actually, considering. Yeah, it's probably more than you. Wait, I tipped that one, didn't I? Okay. I said I felt one tip. I'm like, wait. Like I counted it. And we will wound me on 3s. Good grief. Die. Yeah. 4 up and bones. Saving 3. I want to reroll. But reroll 1. The 4th bike is still alive. Or do I just take the casualty? I think. Oh right, I didn't mention. I did Alian. I used my auto pass on that on my big squad over there. So I'm currently at 3 command points. I am not going to reroll that, so we're just going to lose my 1 bike. Okay, so starting off with, or next up is the Pathfinders with the iron rifles, and they're going to do what now?
They're going to overcharge.
Alright, so they got 2d3 shots between them, so they'll get 3 shots. 3 shots hitting me on 5s. Pretty good. And wounding them on 2s, because she overcharged. And reroll. Okay. 4 up in wounds. Saved 1, so 1 bike is down to 2 wounds. Okay, so Ghost Kill, shooting its flamers at the bike and the raker at the squad up top. So hitting 2d6 auto hits on the bikes. 5. And use wound on 4s. So 4 up in wounds. It is down to 2. Alright, and then you've got 6 shots into the squad. One of those. So getting 2 hits. And winning them on 2s. 1. 4 pendulum. They're fine. Alright, so now she's going to have the Fusion Blaster and Burst Cannon shoot at the bike. These are going to hit on 4s. The red one is the Fusion Blaster. Or 5s, actually, because of the bike. It's minus 1. 1 Burst Cannon hits. 3s to wound, and there's not a wound. Alright, so next the Christ Suits are going to shoot into the Solitaire. They're declaring the Flamers and the 1 Burst Cannon, right?
Yes.
Alright.
So flamers.
So Flamers first, 2d6. Oh my goodness,
Oh,
okay.
he's okay.
So what is that? 6, 9. Winning him on 4s because of the Shadow Seer. 3 up in bones. I will spend 1 of my rerolls here. Okay, so he loses 1 more, so he's down to 2. Alright, and then 4 burst cannon shots, hitting him on 4s. Jeez.
Die!
That's hitting. Wounding him on 4s.
Die!
3 ups.
Dang it!
It's down to 1. Okay, and then the other burst cannon from the crest suits are going to shoot the troop squad, hitting them on 4s.
No.
And wounding them on 4s. 4 up in bold.
1.
Nope.
Dang it!
Alright, so we have 8 burst cannon shots from the commander shooting into the what's left of the troop, hitting them on 2s. Pretty good. And wounding them on 4s. Alright, 4 up in wounds. Saving 3, so 2 dead. Alright, so we have 4 shots from the gun drones hitting him. Oh, no, it's 8 shots. Because you have 2, right? Are they both gun drones?
Yes.
Okay, 8 shots. 4 shots apiece, which is weird, hitting on 5s. Reroll that one. So 3, wounding him on 4s. 3 up, he's fine. Okay, next up, or the final shot from the commander is shooting his missile pod into these bikes, so he has 2 shots hitting on 3s. Okay, and wounding on 3s. Nope.
Burst cannon from the devilfish into troop.
Okay, so 4 shots. On the first cannon, devilfish. What's the rest of it shooting at?
Smart missile system at bikes.
Okay. So 2 hits. 4 is to wound. Fine. And then you said smart missiles at bikes. Yep. 8 shots. Hitting on 5s.
Of course.
1, 2. Wounding them on 4 or 3s. We're fine.
And that's all I got. Oh wait, nope. That is all I got.
All right, so that does it for the Tau turn 1. Don't have enough casualties this turn to take any leaderships.
Nope.
So with that, we're going to my movement phase. Okay, so in the Harlequin movement phase, the spike is going to.
Oh, they all died. It's me. The power of Tau.
It's going to hop up, give the ghost kill 1 inch. These guys are going to hop down and basically be 1 inch away from the stealth suits. The bikes are just going to shimmy over a little bit. The Star Weaver, which decided to leave its base, I'll correct in a second, is going to go right there. The Void Weaver is going to come up to there. This troop got out and moved their max movement. They did not advance. Shadow Seer is going to go to here. Troop Master going to go to there. Solitaire is going to do a flip over to there. And the remaining members of this troop squad are going to come over here and just make sure the commander is the closest target. And then finally, the Star Weaver over here is just going to basically hop up to there in hopes of absorbing an Overwatch. So, yeah. That'll do it for Harlequin movement phase. Alright, so Shadow Seer is going to try to manifest the extra movement phase here for the 6-man troop. Getting it. And then while she's at it, we're going to smite. Closest target is the Crisis Suits. Getting that. To D3 mortal wounds. And rolling. Just 1. Okay, the Void Weaver is going to shoot its Dispersed Prismatic. I get 3 shots. This is at the Breacher squad. Wounding them on 3s, or hitting them on 3s, or 4s, sorry, because it moved. And wounding them on 3s. AP minus 2, so they are 6 ups. Okay, so you want to kill a drone or no? Or 2 drones?
Yes.
So 2 drones dead and 1 Pathfinder. Or in 1, yeah. Okay. Next, there are 6 Shuriken Cannon shots into the same squad. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 2s. 1's dead. And 2 4-up saves. So 2 dead total.
From which one?
Breachers. Okay. Then we have 6 Shuriken Cannon shots from the Star Weaver. On 3s. 2s to wound. Okay. And those are all 4-up saves. 3 more dead. Okay. And then I will have 3 Shuriken cannon shots from the bike squad into him, and we'll have the other 6 shoot into the Pathfinders. 3 hits. 2 4-up saves. Okay, he's alive still. And then 6 shots into the Pathfinders. 2s to wound. So 2 dead and 2 and 3. Oh, that's it. Alright. Next, we are going to throw a grenade at the stealth drones. 1 shot, hitting it on 4s because they're -1. Nope. Alright, then we have... Oh, I forgot to finish moving them, but we have 2 fusion blaster shots into the stealth suits. Hitting on 4s because of their ability. Both hit. Winning them on 2s. No save, so they're dead. Or, no, d6 each. Okay, one's dead. Second one's alive. Oh, wait. No, actually... Oh, yeah, no, same thing. He's just 1 wound. Because, no, the first one is 2, so then the second one is alive with 1 wound. It did matter there. Then we have the other 4 with shuriken pistol shots into them, hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. Nope. And... what now? Alright, we're coming over here. We have 1 fusion blaster shot into the... or fusion pistol shot into the commander. Hitting on 3s. Hits, winning him on 3s. Wounds, no save. Oh wait, he's an invuln, doesn't he, or no?
Yes, stimulant injector.
No, that's not an invuln. And how much damage? Doing 2 damage, so now you get 2 stimulant injector rolls. So made 1. So he takes... okay. Yeah, so he didn't have any wounds. So he's normally 5, so he just took 1, so he's at 4. Alright. Next, fusion blaster, or fusion pistol from the troop master into the crisis suits. Hits. Wounds. 1 dead. 2 fusion pistol shots from the troop hitting on 3s. 2 hits. 3s to wound. I will reroll.
It's your last command point.
I have 1 more. I had 2 left. Alright, so, yep. And d6 damage. Just 2. So he still has 1 health. Oh, he has 4 minimum, actually. Oh. And you're the guy who had a 4 pinball too. Or had it. Nope. Okay, so it didn't matter. But we did forget that. Alright, and then we have 4 shuriken pistol shots. Hitting on 3s. Winning him on 5s. 1 wound. No, or 4 pinball only. Nope. So that kills him. Alright. Shadowseer will shoot. Currently the closest. He's not closest, so I guess we're just shooting to the Pathfinder left. Hitting on 2s with her grenade. And, or it's assault, but. He is dead. Doesn't really matter whatever roll, because D3 mortal wounds. So, Pathfinder's gone.
No.
Alright, 6 shuriken cannon shots from this Star Weaver. We're going to throw it into the Devilfish. Actually, into the drones. I just thought about that. And needing 3s to wound them. So those are 4 armor saves on the drones.
Yay! Let's see if they live, drones.
Yep, they're dead. So it's 2. And then we have the 2d3 haywire shots from the bike into the Devilfish. 4. Hitting it on 3s because I didn't move. And winning it on 5s. Okay, so we have 2 5-up saves to make. Okay, we failed 1.
No.
It fell off. It was okay. It did fall off. So it loses 1 from that, then it loses 2 mortal wounds. So it loses 3, and then it loses D3 mortal wounds from the one that was a 6 to wound. It was basically 4 wounds total.
So it's down to what?
It normally has 10, right? So it has 6. Okay. I think that does it for my shooting. So going into the assault phase, we're looking sort of like this right now. So yeah, as a result, Alian is going to go ahead and concede this.
Yeah.
So not a super long game, but I think it demonstrates how scary the Harlequins are in terms of movement. Like,
They just jumped into my face.
yeah,
Not even my turn.
yeah. I mean, we had several charges turn 1, and yeah, no, it was frightening. You did kill a lot of the big squad
On Overwatch.
and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a lot of scary Harlequins. Scary clowns, basically. So, with that, we will call this one a match. And
I concede. Silly.
yeah.
You murdered me.
No, I murdered the fish goat people.
You murdered my peoples.
Fish goat people.
Fish goats.
Besides, don't act like they were people. We see the Tyrians coming together.
That is true. I need to get them more together.
Yeah. But they aren't too far off from being on the channel. Probably not in the next match. Maybe the one after that.
Maybe the one after that.
It depends how much work Alian does.
I'm trying to hone in on, since this is going to be a new army for me, we're probably going to have a few short matches with them first before we actually build up to a full 1,000 or 1,500 point list. I should have enough to field that as soon as everything's put together.
I don't know, 15, maybe.
Probably
You
1,000.
definitely have 1,000 worth.
But because I want to get to use,
Maybe 1,250.
I want to get used to the army first. I'm just going to focus on getting like 750 points, done relatively well painted, at least being able to be shown on the table.
Yep.
And yeah, so we'll see. I have some card effects is coming. I think I have a hive tyrant coming. I need to get some tyrant guard done.
Yeah. On my end, I'm working on some more Militarum Tempestus, so
More of those guys.
I have roughly, pretty easily, once I'm done, I should have easily a 1,500 point army of Tempestus. So
And we do have a few more things for sisters I need to
yeah,
put together.
you
like
have some
my
sister stuff, and I still got some Deathwatch stuff. It's
Exorcist
yeah.
and my sources.
Anyway. But yeah, we're rambling. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the short match, but I think it was a good look at what Harlequins can do. You saw how fast they move across the table, and here's the rub with them. We're talking a little bit more in depth about this in the post game, but basically they use their troops to kill your troops, and they try to leave what's left isn't going to be able to deal with all their bikes and vehicles. Because their vehicles making you subtract 1 to hit hurts a lot, and 4-up invulns is very hard to guarantee.
As we saw, it stinks.
Yeah, so that's kind of the Harlequin game plan, is get in your face, do enough damage, and what's left is the vehicles, and the vehicles are hard to deal with, so...
So that's pretty much what we'll cover in more details, and I'm pretty sure Brent will have another scary elf clown list coming up.
The Harlequins are very fun to play, yes.
So, but until then, if you don't want to stay for the post game,
Yep.
but you enjoy our videos, please like and subscribe. We
Yep.
really appreciate the support, and you guys are awesome.
Yep, thanks guys. Until next time, take care.
See you.
Hey guys, welcome to the post game of this match. So, yeah, that was on the shorter side, definitely.
It was.
Unfortunately, I'm not sure how to match up very well against Harlequins. Like, it's hard to counter the speed at which they move. Like, I think the Solitaire moved 28 inches, roughly.
Yeah, really
counting
fast.
his charge. Like, he moved 28 inches across the table. I mean, how do you avoid that? And I even let the roll be low. Like, the blitz roll easily could have been far higher. Like, I left a 2 and a 4, and I'm like...
But it was pretty bad, that amount of speed. And it's not like I had moved my Tau as far up as they could have.
Yeah. The extra Shadow Seer movement, too, is pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's kind of typical of how you want to play Harlequins, right?
Right. And that's kind of that's kind of what we're getting at. The Harlequins they're still very glass, hammer-ish.
They are.
They're fragile. You have a
destroyed a lot of
50-50
you
shot
guys.
to avoid any given damage, but at the end of the day, it's still just a 50-50 shot. You are still pretty fragile. You're still only toughness 3. You're still, Granted, as long as you're staying near the Shadow Seer, that helps it somewhat. Like, as long as you're within 6 inches, the units within 6 inches of the Shadow Seer, they make the opponent subtract 1 to wound, which is why you saw her. And then toughness 3 got an indirect buff, since now you have to be double out to wound on 2s.
Yeah.
So her strength 5 weapons would normally, which in 7th wounded me on 2s anyways. In 8th only wound on 3s, and then with the Shadow Seer they're wounding on 4s. So you have strength 5 weapons that are hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s, and then in 4-up involts. So you have, you see how that goes pretty quickly. It becomes
It was.
It's not a
really
gimme.
rough match.
Right. It's not a gimme kill, but there's still, if you throw enough shots at them, they're going to die. It's just...
Yep, throw enough shots.
Right.
Or you have to have enough flamers, which is going to
templates.
be interesting because I wouldn't mind trying to make an army of Sisters and Deathwatch and just hunt you down.
I don't know. That might be worth looking at, though, because I can see if it's... See what the... Harlequins are so reliant on that melee, and the flamers hurt a lot for that.
Just get some Terminators just walking towards you.
I don't care about the Terminators. I just
The
fusion
Vanguard.
blasters.
Yeah, the Vanguard beds. Or the...
Yeah, it's...
Or Sisters and Immolators.
Yeah, it'll be... I don't know. I feel like I would need more bikes to really do what I would want to do, because I think to fight against something that is going to have a ton of flamers, like Sisters or Deathwatch, you almost have to have bikers instead.
Yeah. Well, so what would be the typical strategy? This is pretty much typical versus
Yeah.
another army, not necessarily something...
This is more or less a standard
heavy
list
flamer.
against most anything, because, at least I feel, because the troop are flexible enough. If you give them, I had... My 2 6-man troops had 1 Caress, 2 Embraces, and 2 Fusion Pistols, which is a decent amount of firepower. And it's not that expensive anymore. It's only 120-something points. 130 points? 132 points is what it was. For that squad, 6-man squad, that's quite reasonable when you consider the amount of... They have 4 attacks apiece, so that's 4 strength 5, AP minus 2 attacks, 8 strength 4, AP minus 3 attacks, 12 strength 3 attacks with no AP.
Yeah.
And then they're more or less there just to be shot. That's kind of their function for the swords. You're just using them because they're going to die.
Meat shields.
But... And then the 2 fusion pistols are, strength 8, AP minus 4, and D6 damage. And it's only 6-inch range, but we didn't really get to show off one of the nice things with Harlequins. You can leave combat, shoot, and charge against... I had already played a match against one of our friends who plays orcs. And, in that match, that actually came into play. I would just leave combat, shoot something else, and then dive back into another combat. And, it's really hard to deal with. Basically, Harlequin's special rule is do whatever the fuck you want in movement, and it's all legal.
Pretty much. That's what
you
it
can
feels
move,
like.
Yeah, you can move over enemy units, you can move over terrain, and treat terrain like it doesn't exist, is what it says. It is... Harlequins are extremely mobile.
Dancy acrobatics psycho clowns.
Yeah, even hiding your commander behind your units doesn't stop Harlequins from getting to you, because a gun line won't prevent the Harlequins from going over the top of you, because they can ignore enemy units when moving.
Yeah.
And still make that charge. So it's a very... Yeah, they're a very interesting army in terms of it. You can't... there's no way to protect whatever it is you want to protect, barring, completely bubble wrap it so that I can't even get within an inch. So, yeah.
Yeah.
You can see the
Which is a
conundrum
little
we
hard
end
to
up
do with Tau. Maybe not as hard to do with Tyranids.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think this is more or less kind of the standard thing. The idea you're hoping for with Harlequins is your troop is going to die. Your troops are going out there with the intent that they're going to die. The idea is you hopefully do enough damage with them that it makes it so the enemy doesn't have a lot of ways to fight back against, your vehicles and bikes that make them subtract 1 to hit. And on top of that, that's all of your shooting firepower too, is your vehicles and your bikes. So whenever you make your opponent lose most of their infantry and bigger type gun emplacements and things like that with your troop, then your opponent doesn't have anything left, because your opponents, generally speaking, their vehicles are going to match up poorly against the Harlequin vehicles. Because if they have good gun vehicles, artillery pieces, the bikes are just going to get up and charge them, and they're done at that stage. And, and any of your vehicles that are more anti-infantry are not going to fare super well against the vehicles. So that's kind of the Harlequins' game plan.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, like I said, I'm not sure Tau match up super well against the Harlequins, just because of what the Harlequins want to do versus what the Tau want to do.
Yeah. If you have any suggestions or ideas, please let us know in the comments.
Yeah, she is working on more crisis suits, and that would probably have helped because having
More flamers.
having 2 crisis suit squads with flamers and the ghost cube would pretty much let her spread around so that no matter where I charge, I get hit with flamers, which is rough. So the only way to sort of outdo that was I had to like position in a bubble so that when I charged, I was outside the 8-inch range. So yeah, it's a little rough to deal with the flamers as Harleys, but it is what it is. So anyways, I don't have too much more to say. The Harlequins they're a lot of fun to play with. They definitely feel very true, I guess you could say, to their fluff, where they are just a super fast, pretty fragile, but all the like minus to hits and the minus to wounds like make them feel very true to their fluff, where they're hard to get a beat on, they're hard to like take out, but if you do hit them, they die, and it's like it definitely has kind of a cool feel.
Which is kind of the way that they've been going for all the armies in a sense. Everything's going to be a little bit more true to the narrative.
So Harlequins definitely feel a lot more true to their fluff, where they're super fast. Like, I think you saw my bikes, I took advantage of advance, and they go 22 inches across the table, still shoot at something and charge something else, and they are very fast.
Yeah, they are.
So sometimes that's useful, sometimes not so much. I guess it depends what you're fighting against. Like, as I mentioned, the guy who was playing running orcs, I actually took a turn just to stay back and shoot for a turn, just to whittle him down a little bit before I went in, because he's got far more than I can shoot. Plus, orcs are really bad at shooting Harlequins. It turns out when you normally shoot on 5 and you're having to shoot on 6s, it sucks. Turns out.
Unless you're all in Overwatch.
Yeah, unless you're overwatching. or at least you're all in overwatching.
Apparently, because that's the only way I killed.
Right, I think your
folks.
I think your hit percentage was better on Overwatch than it was on
Which is
normal.
Terrible.
Yeah, it is.
But before we, I think
we're
done with the most of the talk. Look at what I made.
We have Let's go ahead and show.
Focus.
Let's see what. Let me just put this down. We're just filming this so you can. We're doing a painting update here with their Tyranids soon. They're making progress. This is just their first complete test model here. So you can see this is kind of what she's going for with her color scheme.
Kind of an Egyptian, like, golden, blue scarab type deal. I have the eyes painted on silver and green like gems, and I'm kind of going for that gem look. So it looks less like an insect and a little more, or reptile, and a little more like an automaton or something like that, which is kind of cool. I kind of like the idea of having like these metallic type monsters. So that's kind of what I'm going for.
So yeah, they kind of look like an Egyptian beetle or some sort, basically. So most of the gaunts have been based in yellow so far. There's still a few to go.
I think I still have. No, I think they're all based in yellow. It's now a matter of going over them with blue, basing on
you
the
gotta
blue.
do the shade or whatever.
Yeah, the Recklin shade.
Yeah, once the shade's on there, then you can do the blue. And at that point, they're more or less camera ready. I mean, all the highlights and stuff that she's done on the shell.
Which is, I've done the shell.
It's nice, and she definitely will, continue that. But at least in terms of getting them where we're putting them on the camera is just getting the yellow, the shade, and the initial coat of blue.
Yeah, and I still need to do that with the Carnifexes as well, and the Tyranid Warriors.
Yeah. So I would say they're probably about 3 to 4 weeks, depending on how much work she puts away before you're going to see them on the table.
Indeed.
But probably see them on the table around the same time you see the Scions get their own list. So maybe that'll be the first matches. I kind of feel almost obligated, though, to do Deathwatch versus Tyranids. That just feels too correct.
The narrative, the lore.
Yeah, that just feels too correct. After that, maybe the Tempestus will make a show after the Tyranids do. But
I think that's...
Yep, so with that, we will go ahead and bid you guys a good night.
Yeah. If you enjoy these, please like and subscribe. We appreciate the support. We love having you watch these with us, watch the game with us, and till next time.
Yep, thanks for watching, guys.
Have a good night.
Take care.